At 60, I'm not chasing miracles anymore. I just want to maintain the healthiest version of my skin that I can. Have you ever looked at all the home skincare devices on the market and wondered, where do I even start? Honestly, even I get overwhelmed, but after 5 years of testing home skincare devices, here's what I've learned. Some are actual complete disappointments. Others work, but they're just not worth the time and effort. And then there are those handful of devices that actually have earned a permanent place in my skincare routine. So today I'm going to share with you which devices I'm still using, why I use them, which ones I think would be worth your time and investment, and definitely stay until the end of the video because if I lost all these skincare devices tomorrow and I had to rebuild this routine, I'm going to share with you exactly how I would rebuild it. Which one I would pick first, second, third, and so on. And I think my answer today is quite different than it would have been 5 years ago. Before we jump in, I want to set a few expectations. None of the skincare devices I'm sharing with you today are going to replace in-office treatments or surgery. None are going to give you overnight miracles. And in fact, you don't need all of them. My goal is actually the opposite, not to convince you to buy more skincare devices. It's actually to help you simplify your purchasing choices. Whether you're just starting a skincare routine in your more mature years, like my husband just did, or you're already using skincare devices, you've had an in-office treatment, or you've had a facelift like I have, maintenance never really ends and aging continues, and that's okay. These are just the tools that I use to help maintain the investments that I've already made. One thing that helped me make sense of all these devices is when I realized they all have a similar goal. Stronger, healthier skin. They just take different roads to get there. Some use light, some use gentle microcurrent, others use controlled heat, and some create these tiny microchannels that encourage the skin to repair itself. They're all trying to help improve the health of your skin. They're just going about it in different ways. Let's start with the category that I think gives you the biggest return for the least amount of effort, and that is LED light therapy. This has become the foundation of my home skincare device routine and the modality that I've used the longest, starting over 10 years ago with LED red light therapy for the scalp for hair growth. Unlike other devices, these devices use light. Other devices might use heat or microcurrent or controlled entries. These use light or photobiomodulation to improve cellular activity. Healthier cells produce better collagen and also helps calm and reduce redness. If you're only going to invest in one category of skincare device, I think LED light therapy is the one I would recommend to almost everybody. Why? Because it doesn't take much time, 6 to 10 minutes, depending on the device. Also, there's no downtime, and it's the easiest to stay consistent with. And consistency, as we know, is the key to getting better results. Current Body is sponsoring this portion of the video, which is very fitting because their CB2 red light therapy mask is easily my most used skincare device this year. I test a lot of LED red light therapy masks, and the reason the Current Body Series 2 is the one I'm reaching for the most is number one, it is so comfortable. I know it's going to give me the right wavelengths and the right dose, but the reason I reach for it, I think, is comfort over anything else. It's also super easy to travel with, so I can stay consistent. It's comfortable, it's only 10 minutes, and it's easy to travel with, so I'm probably the most consistent ever using LED red light therapy because of this mask. As someone who reviews skincare technology, I'm always curious about what's next, and I'm currently testing the LED red light therapy mask by Microcurrent. This is their new generation Aura with pulsed light technology, and it's also a nice form-fitting silicone mask. And I just got done testing the Rajani mask, and the unique feature about this is it has PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic frequency. So all the masks that are out there have a little bit different take on LED red light therapy, and it does take a deep dive to find the perfect one for you. There isn't the best mask, there's actually just the best mask for you. And as I'm sure you've seen, there's an explosion of LED light therapy devices, not just for the face, but for all body parts, including neck and décolleté masks. I will be testing this mask by Microcurrent, their new iteration of their neck and deck, as well as testing the Iris Store for hair growth. This is low-level laser light therapy, similar to the original laser cap that I've used for years. So you can get LED devices for almost any part of your body these days. My dad is using an LED red light therapy belt, really helping with his back. So LED is not just for faces anymore, and I think we'll continue to see an explosion of devices for full body health. The next category is microcurrent, and I think of this very differently than I do LED light therapy. LED is my collagen foundation, whereas microcurrent is my definition device. It uses gentle electrical currents to stimulate the facial muscles and stimulate the surrounding tissues. And it also can help with lymph drainage because you're gliding it similar to gua sha in a similar pattern. So it can help a little bit with the depuffing, and it helps stimulate the skin. It gives my skin a bit of a glow and a pick-me-up. So if your concern is a little facial definition, a little bit of depuffing, and just overall skin glow, I would reach for microcurrent. I've tested multiple microcurrent devices over the years and done several videos, and I'll leave those linked down below in the description and in the pinned comment, along with all the devices and discount codes, of course, that I've talked about today if you're curious about learning more about these devices or shopping them. And if they're available in YouTube Shopping, you'll see a banner down below. But my favorite microcurrent device of all time has been the Zip Halo. I've tried the NuFace multiple iterations. I've tried the Foreo Bear products, but I always come back to the Zip. It contours my face beautifully. I feel like I get that definition that I'm looking for in microcurrent. They have so many different programs, and I just find that I reach for the Zip Halo from their very first generation all the way up to the new 2.0 year after year after year. And the other ones just kind of go by the wayside. But I will say, as technology is evolving, these devices are getting better and better. So my goal is to review and trial the most recent updates, including the NuFace microcurrent device, their updated version, later this year. The next category is home lasers. I've tried and reviewed several, including the Nero, which is a non-fractional laser. Now, the time commitment I put into this, well over a year, and the results that I got just really weren't worth it for me. But I do know that they have a new version, Pro 3, which I also will be testing later this year and into 2027. I know a lot of you love and have used the Nero for years. It just didn't give me enough bang for my buck. So I decided to bump up to a fractional laser, and I'm currently trialing and testing the Tria home fractional laser. Now, this actually creates microchannels of injury where your skin has to come in and repair itself. So it's a little bit more intense. It's more of a commitment because it does have some downtime for some people. My skin has adjusted, so I'm able to use it on a daily basis and then take my 1 month off after X number of weeks. So I'll be trialing that for 6 months in total, so you can go check that out. But I'm really excited that fractional laser has come to the home skincare device arena. This is kind of a baby version of what you can get in office. And I'm excited to try a few new home fractional lasers that I've been hearing about and reading reviews on. Now, I too go out and find my favorite content creators and watch the reviews. So I have a couple more reviews to watch. Also, you guys have given me some suggestions on the home fractional lasers you'd like me to try. So if you have any devices actually that you'd like me to try, put them down in the comments. I'm always open to testing what you're interested in and the devices that are working for you. Moving on to home radio frequency devices. Now, I reviewed 3 about 2 years ago, and the one that stood out for me was the Nua. This actually didn't give me enough results for the input of time, once again, for me to continue using it. And that was right about the time I was considering a facelift. So obviously my skin had gotten to the point of sag and droop, collagen loss, bone loss, fat pad absorption loss, that a home radio frequency device just wasn't going to turn that ship around. But I do know a lot of you enjoy using the Nua, and I have talked about reintroducing the Nua into my home device routine in a very targeted area. But I, like you, if you use multiple devices, have trouble fitting everything in. So it's going to be as I have time to fit it in. So it's going to be in these lower nasal labial folds. I've lost quite a bit of weight and my knees are happy and my hips are happy, but my face is a little bit thinner. So I thought maybe that would help me kind of get a little bit more collagen stimulation in that area. But it honestly is the device at the moment that's last on my list. Now I know there's some newer radio frequency devices out there. I am doing some investigation. If you're using one that you're absolutely loving, put it down in the comments. I would love to know, because I would like to do another review of home radio frequency to see if I can get some better results than I have in the past. Two other tools that deserve a quick mention are one, microneedling. Now I have just completed a 6-month microneedling trial and my results will be coming soon. The reason I decided to restart microneedling is the results that I saw from those of you out there in the comments and my friends that have been doing microneedling for years. And I just felt, well, I'm missing something. It's one time a month. I can handle that. So I have reintroduced microneedling into my skincare routine and I will be bringing you those results. The second is dermaplaning. Now, I have dermaplaned for years. My newest device is the Dermaflash because I'm doing a lot of other modalities. I wanted something a little bit gentler. And right now this one is on sale at Nordstrom, I think. I'll put that down in the comments below. And I've also absolutely adored the Stack Skincare Dermaplaning tool. Now that is a little bit more of an intense peach fuzz / dead skin care removal tool. You have to be very careful with it. And I've done several videos on that too. But I didn't want to leave those tools out because they also are low effort. They are lower cost. They give a beautiful bang for your buck. They help your makeup go on more smoothly. They help your skincare absorb a bit better by removing the peach fuzz and that flaky dead skin. So I didn't want to leave those two out. Two things I've learned over the years. One, you need to know your skin condition, you need to know your health condition, and you need to do your research before buying any of these skincare devices. Your skin is completely different than my skin. That's why it's really important to, number one, do your research, talk with a medical provider if you need to, and number two, find creators whose skincare goals, skincare concerns, and philosophies are similar to yours. I still watch creator reviews to this day. I don't have time to test everything, so I go to the creators that I trust and I listen to their reviews and I narrow down the devices that I want to try. I also read your comments, the devices that you're loving, the devices that you're not loving, the devices that you trust, the devices that you're throwing out, the devices that you put in a drawer. So it's really awesome for you to leave me a comment on what's working and what's not, because that often is what inspires me to create the next video for you. I've also gotten this question multiple times, so I feel like I need to answer it. How in the world can you review so many skincare devices? How can you afford this? And honestly, I have gotten very lucky. I was an early adopter of a platform called SHOPMY. It's a platform for creators, and I have been on there now for almost 4.5 years from the very beginning, and I have had the opportunity to work closely with brands. It also gives me an opportunity to ignore all those scam emails. I've had creator friends that have lost channels after clicking those scam emails. So I love SHOPMY. It has a beautiful aesthetic and it gives me the opportunity to bring you devices that I probably wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. And if you're a creator, I'll leave more information down below because this is actually one of the best ways for you to give back to your community because you'll have more products to review for them. Now to get back to the question that I posed at the beginning of the video, what would I do if I lost absolutely all of these devices and I had to rebuild this home skincare device routine from scratch? In first place is LED. Best result, lowest effort. Number two for me would be Microcurrent. The reason is it just gives that lovely facial definition. It's just a quick pick-me-up. I feel like it just gives me that instant result. Number three is microneedling. Now this is a long-term game, and even at 6 months, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to see as far as a big change in my skin. I'm hoping, and I do believe for me now that it's a non-negotiable because the research for collagen induction is there. Fourth, Tria, home fractional laser for skin texture and collagen remodeling. And then at number 5 for me personally is radiofrequency. I just haven't seen the results given the time, cost, and effort it takes to put into that modality, but I'm hopeful. I hope this video was helpful and didn't make you feel like you need to buy more skincare devices, but rather helped you simplify choosing the right skincare device for you. We are not searching for miracles. We are not searching for perfection. We're just trying to get the healthiest version of our mature skin wherever we are on our skincare journey. And I would love to know which devices you're trying, which you're loving, which you'd like me to test next. I always love hearing from you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and wishing you all a skintastic day.